Hey scholars, this is our first lesson in our new unit, which is all about nonfiction text. So we've done a lot of asking and answering questions with our who, what, when, where, and why, and sometimes how. And so this week we are focusing on looking at nonfiction stories and asking those same questions. So today in class we did a little introduction to what this is and practice. And so today is going to be your chance to practice those same things. Okay, so let's get started. So when we are reading a nonfiction text, we should be asking ourselves questions. So during an informational text, readers ask questions and they answer questions. Okay, so when we ask questions, we're asking ourselves questions while we are reading. So if we're reading a story about an animal, we might be asking, oh, I wonder where they live, or I wonder what they eat, or are they a predator, or are they the prey? So asking those questions helps us understand the story better. But then while we're reading, we're also looking for answers to those questions. So if I ask, what does the animal eat? Then while I'm reading, I should be able to find that answer in my story. Or if I'm asking, where do they live? I should be able to answer that question while I'm reading. Okay, so when we are reading a nonfiction text, we are asking questions, but we're also looking for those answers. And so it says answering questions, text must be used to find the answer. So one thing that we really struggle with is going back to our text and making sure that our answer is right there. Okay, so it's one thing that we're really going to be working on is making sure that we can go back to the text and find that answer. Okay. The other thing is when we read nonfiction text is to always look at charts and pictures and diagrams and asking ourselves, why did the author include that detail? It's definitely something that we need to be paying attention to. So your first activity is going to be looking at an image and making a statement and then asking a question. So Ms. Esther's going to do one with you and then you're going to do two. Okay. So here's our first one. Move my camera right here. All right, so we have a picture of a pineapple. Okay, so number one says, state one thing about this image. So that was not what number one says. It says state, which means to come up with, to say one thing about this image. So Miss Esther's just going to insert a text box right here, and I'm going to type it in here, okay? So what is one thing I can say about this image? I can say it is a sweet fruit. Okay, so I know it's a pineapple and I know it is a sweet fruit. So I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Okay, all right, and then over here it says ask one question about this image. Okay, so one question. I wonder where it grows. Does it grow in a tree? Does it grow in a bush? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to type that here. I'm going to say, where does it grow? That would be my question. Okay, so a statement that I made about this image is that I know, without even reading anything, is that it is a sweet fruit. Okay, and then my question is, where does it grow? Because I really don't know. I don't know if it grows on a tree. I don't know if it grows in a bush. I don't know where it grows. Okay, so those are me just looking at an image and asking questions. Okay, so now you're going to try on the next two slides where you are going to be looking at an image and you're going to put one thing that you know, and then on the next slide, you're going to put what is one question that you have. Okay, and this is a collaboration board, so you'll be able to read what other people wrote as well. Okay, so once you type in your answer, you'll be able to read what other people put on the collaboration board. Okay, all right, so that's your next two slides, and you're going to be doing the same thing. What's one thing that you know about the image, and what's one question that you